Good morning. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, Josh Komnick.
Hey, guys.
Morning, Coach.
Morning, guys. How's it going?
We got the 7th grade Chester East Lincoln Panthers, right?
Yeah.
You guys awake this morning? Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. No.
They've been over there yelling and screaming. Now we start the show.
They're just like a bunch of little schoolgirls over there.
Normally how practice starts, too.
Until you start running them, and it kind of wakes them up.
We wake them up real quick.
Coach, the season's been over for a while now. Just a lot of things going on, so we weren't able to have you guys in. But tell the listeners a little bit about what happened this year. I know you guys finished 3rd in state, which is a huge accomplishment. Just kind of go through your season, and then we'll get with the individual players after that.
We started out, we normally go to the Cornerstone Christian Academy tournament and played 3 games there to start the season and finished that 1-2. You know, actually, just thinking about this last night, I'm just going over some things that you may ask. And we lost 3 games this year. We were 19-3, and our first 2 of our losses were within our first 5 games. We lost one at the Cornerstone tournament against actually Cornerstone Christian, who we met in the 3rd place game of the state tournament. We lost to them on their home court, and then I think 2 games later, we came back and Mount Pulaski drubbed us pretty good at our place. I think it was 13 or 15 points. And then we really started to play well. We went on obviously a long run there, losing our game to go to the state championship and to finish our final loss. So we went on a run probably of 15 to 16 games in a row. Where we really started to play pretty well. I think after we got beat up pretty good by Mount Pulaski, kind of opened our guys' eyes a little bit. We didn't rebound the ball well in that game, and our guys started to figure out. And we told them if you don't rebound, you give up easy baskets, that things like that can happen. Right. And from then on, we really started to rebound well. We had a couple guys inside that really went after the rebounds, and then we started to hit some shots. Our shooting started to come along, and really like a guy that we had back that had the most experience, Will Ewald, was out for at least he didn't even practice for the first month of the season, didn't play at all. He had some health issues, and when you're missing your guy that was a starter on your team that finished 3rd in state a year ago on the 8th grade, and he came back with the most experience on our team, we lost a lot of that. A guy you kind of look to maybe to get the ball. He's a guy that can shoot it from the perimeter a little bit. And when I look back on it now, we really had 3 guys that were new to our school and new to our program, and all became starters to our team. So and then Thomas Morris has really only been playing basketball for about 2 or 3 years now, and some of the leaps and bounds that he's come. We were really inexperienced, to go to start the season and all the way to the finish. So as the season went along, we became we got a lot better.
Sounds like it. Like you said, you lost your first 2 out of the first 5 games, and then you go on a run, finish 19-3 overall, 3rd place in state. What are some of the teams, how you advanced to make it to state? How did you guys perform against those teams?
To win the county, of course, we had to beat a couple of good teams in our area, for sure. In the 7th grade were West Lincoln and Mount Pulaski. We had to beat Mount Pulaski for the county championship, and then we had to beat West Lincoln Broadwell for the regional championship. I know we went to Decatur.
It's been a while.
I know we went to Decatur and played, but I don't remember. It was either Lady of Our Lords or Holy Family, I think, or somebody like that we beat over there. And then the first game at state was Slidell, Jamaica, a school south of Champaign and down there, and we got on them pretty good. And then we lost to actually St. Patrick's out of Pontiac on a last-second 3. We defended it well. It's one of those shots you see on TV where you hope you're never a part of that. A guy throws one in from 3 and makes it, and that hurt quite a bit. And I was a little worried about our guys coming back from that. We had several days as we played on a Saturday. It didn't come back until Thursday to play in the 3rd place game. A lot of time to think about that, but we came back in the 3rd place game and played Cornerstone, which the team that we had lost to earlier in the year. And really played well. We didn't give up very many points. I don't remember the score. I think they might have had 10 points at halftime and maybe gave up 20 for the game. And and we really finished the season on a good note.
Coach, being 7th graders, they're going to return next year as 8th graders. Do you have any summer plans for these kids to keep them together, keep them playing? So, when they do, start playing again, October or so?
Yeah,
they don't skip a beat, because I'm sure they still got a bad taste in their mouth. Finishing 3rd, they want to do better, obviously, next year.
Well, it's hard. You've got, of course, you want them to go to the Railer camp. Coach Al puts together the Railer program, the Railer camp, that you've got the more of the skill work, and then you've got the offensive camp, and then I think they can go during the 2 or 3 weeks, even a month maybe, where they're playing pickup games. Obviously, we want them out there, but there's a lot of these guys, and which I love. They play different sports. They're
right.
Baseball. There's a couple baseball guys. There's some guys that play football. So it's really hard during the summer. I try not to do a lot with them in the summer, because they've heard enough of me, and now with my 2 kids coming up playing different things, we're pretty busy with that. So they gonna kind of do their own. Some of them are on travel teams from basketball. So they get to do a lot of what they want, but we'll go back into it and hit it pretty hard come the start of practice. And I told these guys after our season was over, I had the chance in 7th grade to win the state title, and then I thought we kind of came back that next year thinking that it was going to be pretty easy to do it again, and it wasn't. We ended up getting 4th after winning the title. So kids get stronger, kids get bigger, they improve. You may have somebody that moves in, you may have somebody that moves out. So there's a lot of factors that go into whether you can even win a regional. What I think Coach Al even said it after his loss in the regional championship. Out of the 6 times he's been to the state tournament, that the next year after, he's never won a regional. So you think about how hard it is to get back to there. So
right.
We've got a lot of work to do. We've got some skill, and what I like is that we only had one guy really that had been in the program for just the 3 years. We've got a lot of guys that were new to the style of basketball that we play. I think we're new to the style of basketball that's played around here, because it's different than maybe you go to Bloomington, or maybe you go to farther south, or even out of state. We take our junior high basketball pretty serious, and I think some of these guys that, especially that moved in, got a little awakening to that, and hopefully that they are caught on now. And we kept it real simple. I think we have maybe one offensive play this year. We really tried to play defense and do the simple things, make layups, handle the basketball. My philosophy has always been, if you can do 4 things in junior high basketball, you're pretty good. Handle the basketball, play defense, rebound, and make layups. You can win a lot of games in junior high, and that's basically what we tried to do. So I'm excited for next year. We get to put in some more of the one more play might get us to the championship.
Well, as long as you run that 1-2-2 ball press, that's all they really need to know, because you can create offense off defense. So
we try.
Hey, let's check your memory banks. Throw around some of those guys that were on that team with you at one state.
Oh man,
Cross?
No, actually, Crosses were 2 years older than me. Chris Clockengay was a center.
Really?
H.E. Weston was a guard. Keenan Leisman was a guard. Derek Strubing was a guy I think that started. Robert Anderson was a guy that played a lot. Justin Barron's I mean, you can remember them all, where we played and how many games we won. I don't know. I remember the closest game. You go through all the state tournament, and we whooped everybody except for Mount Pulaski. And Mount Pulaski was a 4-point game, and that was in the Elite 8, I believe. And then we were pretty easy after that.
So he remembers it was just like yesterday. That was like 20 years ago. Yeah. He's like, yeah.
Those bigger games. You kind of remember those bigger games.
Remember those?
Bit. Yeah.
I had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists.
I don't remember that, but I remember the wins.
Yeah, Coach,
were you very good?
No. Thankfully, we had some other guys. I was pretty fortunate to be on some good teams.
That's funny.
Coach, let's go down the line here, and we'll meet the kids here of that 7th grade team. If you want, you can tell us a little bit about each one of them, or if you don't have anything good to say about them, just make something up. So go ahead and tell us your name, what position, and maybe your favorite moment this year in basketball.
33, and we won state, or 1/3 at least.
That's your favorite moment?
1/3, yeah.
Yeah, what position you play?
Forward.
Forward. You play any other sports?
Baseball and basketball. Oh, basketball, yeah.
Yeah, and Tanner's just a 6th grader, be a 7th grader next year. So not a lot of time this year, because we were really we had for the first time in, I think I've been there 4 or 5 years, we've actually not had to dress 5th graders. We had enough 7th graders and enough 6th graders that we just didn't have enough. We can only dress 15, and we had 15 total 7th and 6th graders, which is nice. We had 8 7th graders or 9 7th graders.
He gets number 4.
Yeah, he's got a game here in a little bit too. But we'll look for big things from Tanner next year.
I pass the mic down here. Name?
Isaac Dewberry.
Isaac Dewberry, and
number 12.
12. What position?
I played it back.
Back. Okay. And favorite moment?
I think just ending the season on a win, I guess.
It's a good way to end the season on a good note. Any other sports?
I played football, track, and baseball.
All right.
Yeah, Isaac was a guy that moved in from Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah, and
where at in Idaho?
It was in Nampa, Idaho.
Is that anywhere near Pocatello?
No, it's near Boise, the capital.
I've been to Pocatello once.
Have you?
Once.
Really?
Twice. It's not much in Idaho.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
And but yeah, he was one of our new guys that ended up starting. He's the best athlete on the court whenever we take the court, and a guy that it took a little bit to getting used to this area of kind of basketball we play, but when he got it, there were signs, and he really played well in the state tournament. I thought he played his best basketball in the state tournament when we needed it.
Good deal. All right, next. Who do we have here? Now look, they don't want to grab that one.
Dakota Miley.
Dakota Miley. What number and what position? Matherly. Okay. What number and what position?
23 guard.
23 guard. Any favorite memory besides going to state?
Boy, now you put a trick question on him.
Being with the team and supporting them all through the way.
There you go.
Nice job.
Good answer.
Dakota's a 7th grader, and hopefully he'll be back next year. He's new to basketball, so a guy that came on and hopefully learned a lot and was able to experience a pretty neat thing.
Next.
Go on.
Well,
I'll say once you better move down.
Willie Wald, number 10, and my favorite moment was beating WLB in the regional championship.
Why WLB? Is that a rival for you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, who's your favorite coach?
Coach Komnick.
I was going to say you better not say your dad.
Oh, yeah, I hope your dad's listening.
Some tight shoes on him. He didn't hesitate.
No. And of course,
your dad's probably not up yet. He's not listening.
That's right. And of course, Will, we talked about it. Came on late, had some illness, and was a guy that was 10 to 12, 15 every game for us, and a guy that we talked about experience. Really, we started to play well, obviously, when we got him back.
He's only 6. You're only 6th grader, right?
No, he'll be an 8th grader.
Oh, you'll be an 8th? Oh,
yeah.
man, you're getting too old. It's flying by.
Yeah.
Next.
Jaden Polis, number 21. I played guard.
Favorite moment?
Probably beating WLB in the regional championship.
You guys can scoot on up here. We
don't keep scooting that way he doesn't twist his head off.
We might stink.
He's not that athletic.
Yeah, we might pull a muscle looking back there, so you got to get as close as you can.
Yeah, Jaden, a guy that moved in from, I believe, western Illinois or over into Missouri somewhere.
Where are you from?
Louisiana, Missouri.
I have to plug his dad. His dad's the new Edward Jones agent in town. A great guy and a nice family to have in. But another guy that was new to our program and really took a little bit of time to get going. But as the season went on, you saw him become a lot better, a lot more aggressive, and it'd be nice to see him over the summer work with these guys and work kind of the way the Railers work as far as off-season workout. And I think he'll be a ton better next year.
Next.
Right. No, they're not listening.
I can flip this one.
My name is Noah Funk. I'm number 14, and I play guard. And my favorite moment is winning the sectional championship.
All right.
You had all the answers.
Yeah, let's see. By the time you get to the end, they've got it. You don't want to be the first guy, right, Tanner?
Right.
You had to start all off.
You gonna give a shout out to anybody? I mean, you really zipped through those. No? You're done?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you a different sweatshirt too.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
You allow that on your team, Coach?
I didn't know it was going to work. If they have sweatshirts on, usually they come out in T-shirt and no shirt after practice or something like this, and it's 20 degrees instead of 45. But Noah, I mean, was our point guard this year. Really strong with the ball, handled the ball well, sees the floor real well. scored a lot for us, especially when Will wasn't there, and was point on our press. I mean, the guy that he had the ball 75% of the time, and it's nice to have a guy that can handle the ball, especially in junior high. You see a lot of times where teams don't have 4 or 5 guys that can score or handle the ball on the court at once, and we were able to have that.
All right, next.
My name is Thomas Morris, 34, and I played center. My favorite moment's probably ending the season on a win.
Okay.
That's it? No hate to your dad? Come on, pop in here so we can see you. Step in front of those guys. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Xavier Miller, number 15, center. I'd say my favorite moment has to be starting off the season pretty fairly. And that's pretty much it, really.
2 guys that we had, back to Thomas, had to beg him 2 years ago to come out, and I saw him at Subway. He said no way, and then
so you bought him at Subway?
No, his dad was in there with him, and he pointed at me. He's like, "You got to get him." Start talking to him. Thomas, you want to go out for basketball? Nope. And he walked straight out the door and straight to football practice.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I somehow, some way, we got him back in, and he's been the most improved player we've had in 2 years. Kid can flat out rebound. There's nobody around this area, and it really turned out in the state tournament where he jumps well, he's athletic, and with Xavier too, 2 big kids. We've got some size on this team. Xavier, I think, will really filled out and stretched out this year. There'll be 2 big guys underneath for us next year that will be huge.
All right, next.
Jace McIntosh, number 22, guard. Favorite moment would probably be taking the charge in the sectional game.
Hey, that's
there you go.
It's normally a 3 or it's an assist or something, but they only charge taken all year.
And that's a lost art.
Learn from Gavin Block.
Taking a charge. Right. Everybody wants to go up and block the shot, but you sit there, take a charge. That could be a momentum changer.
Yeah, Jace was our 6th man. Started some of the season, especially when Will was out, then moved to the 6th man. So when you have guys that come off the bench and you don't lose a whole lot, it's really nice. So Jace did a good job. We had a good 7th grade group, not only basketball-wise, but they're good good guys, and kept it easy for us coaches.
Hey, Coach, we had a question come in.
Great. They're coming in on the phones. I worry about that.
From one of the fans, they want to know how are you getting so many transfer students?
I don't. Chester East is a hot place to be right now. So we'll take them. We'll take them, and it's been good.
So everything's up to scale. I mean, it's all been checked out.
Oh yeah.
No investigations going on.
No, we're not, no Syracuse or any our grades are up to tip top, and and that's we've had struggles in the past with ineligibility and things, and this year 0 ineligibility. That was a big key. And when you're playing with a team that's capable of doing some things, you may lose a guy in 3 chances at Chester East. You're done. You're off the team, right. And that was a big key when you have a team that can do some things, especially late in the year. That you don't miss a week because you're not doing your schoolwork. And
we talked a little bit about that a week or 2 ago with Coach Al about how the main thing is school, fellas. It's not you're not going to school to play basketball. It's for your education. And for you guys to keep up your grades and be eligible, that's a pretty big accomplishment. So you guys need to keep it up. And I can't even talk because I got hypothermia setting in. Somebody thought it was 80 degrees today and we're outside.
You'd think as heavy as you are, you'd be all right.
You would think, but just not warm yet. But, fellas, thanks for coming in. Congratulations. And we'll have you in again next year, right after the season, right, Coach? So
yeah, sounds good.
Fresh memory.
We've got a ton of things going on with the WLCN and doing the regular games, and I wanted to say thanks to all the police officers, the firemen that escorted us into town. It was we came in from 10 from Champaign. It was an hour and a half away. We had great support over at the state tournament. And to our fans and our school who threw a party for us after we got back. So neat experience, and we've got 2/3 in the last 2 years. We've got to get over the hump next year.
Absolutely. That's Coach Josh Komnick and your 7th grade Chester East Lincoln Panthers. And what's this today? And where are we at?
We're at Mission Mart. You guys want to sing the song?
You guys got to sing the song before you leave.
You guys ready? You guys know the Mission Mart song?
I don't either.
Come on, man.
Why you handed it to me?
Well, Joe
Who wants to sing?
Joe,
Somebody
go
sing.
ahead and start it off. They'll come
I'm not
in with
singing
you.
if they're not singing.
All right, well, we got to take a commercial break. We come back. We're going to have the Carroll Catholic Crusaders in with us next. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. What's that?
Some old Boston. That was good. Nice job, Jim.
He's trying to warm us up.
He's coming around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good morning. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, and now we have the coach of the Carroll Catholic Crusaders, Andy Fitzpatrick. Morning, Coach.
Morning.
And we are at the
Morning,
Mission
Andrew.
Mart.
Morning.
So we are at the end of the show. You got to sing the Mission Mart song, so you better start practicing.
Yeah, you're singing something.
Do you have lyrics for him?
Yep. You guys make them up. I'm sure you guys know a song. Talk about it. You guys sing a song when you're done here.
Coach, the season's been over for a little while now, so there's probably some things not that fresh in your memory. But your best effort.
Yep.
Just kind of tell the listeners, recap how your season started and how it ended.
Okay. Well, we start out every year. Carroll hosts the tournament, so we finished 2-1 in that tournament. Mason City Illini Central won that, and they beat us. Then we went on. We had quite a bit of injuries this year that we dealt with for the middle part of the season. So we went on a rough stretch there where we play some bigger schools. We play a lot of the Springfield and Decatur and the 2 and 3A schools. So we went on a little rough stretch there where we didn't have everybody. Then to finish the season, we started playing real well. Everybody was back. We finished on, up until our loss in the sectional championship, I think we finished on we won 4, 5, 6 in a row there. We won the county in 8th grade. We beat, who did we beat to win that? No, for the county, we WLB.
There you go.
Wow.
Yep. So
everybody's beating on WLB.
Oh, I can beat WLB.
What's up with that?
yeah, and then we beat WLB again. We turned around and played them right again in the first game of the regional. We had a close game there. We actually started off, put ourselves in a pretty big hole. We were down, I don't even know, 9, 10 points, and right before the halftime, Dylan hit a couple of steals and layups and got us back to a manageable position, and we had a good second half in that game, won that. Beat Springfield Cavalry. That was a good team that we beat. We hit a lot of free throws that game, and it was never really in question there. So then we moved on
Speak
to the
up.
yeah,
Comes a train.
moved on to the sectional championship and played Decatur Lady of Lords at Decatur Lady of Lords gym. That was a game where we started off the fourth quarter down, I think 12 points. Came back and they missed some free throws and we made some and actually made it a 3-point game. And I think if the game would have been another minute longer, I think we could have won. We had the momentum going in our favor. We just ran out of time. So that was a game where, like I said, it was at their gym, but I think our fans outnumbered them 3-1. So it was pretty impressive, the support we had all year, and it was that way for the whole season. Even on the road in Decatur and Springfield, we had a lot of good fan support there. So it was a fun season.
Hey, when you talk about injuries, what injuries were like?
Well, Alec Wibben, it was about our 5th or 6th game of the year, and he was down there posting up, and somebody came across the lane and bumped right into the back of him and popped his shoulder right out of place. So he was out for a long time with that.
That hurts.
Denver had some surgery this year, so he had surgery in the middle of the season on his nose and missed a couple weeks there. And then he actually, in the sectional championship game in the third quarter, he got ran into and we didn't get the charge call. I thought we probably should have, but busted up his leg pretty bad. So he's just now coming back from that. So
knocked him down.
Now those two are football players.
Yes, there are.
Ask them how many times they got hurt in football.
Well, that's probably
zero.
Yep,
so you can get hurt in anything.
Oh,
Joe.
yeah.
It hurt right up here at this table.
Yeah, I mean you could walk to your car and trip and sprain an ankle.
Yep.
Especially as old as you are.
Yep.
Now, is there don't you think playing the larger competition helps you?
It does a lot. Yep. And we went there for quite a while, and even in our 7th grade team too, we were competitive with some of those bigger schools, and it just lets you know that you might lose a game by 6 or 8 points, but they're going to be playing in a 3A regional and you're playing in the 1A regional. So yeah, it builds confidence. It's something you can point to say, hey, this is a bigger school. They draw from a lot more kids and they can have their pick of the litter. So yeah, I think it definitely helps, and I wouldn't have it any other way when it comes to that. And it's hard to schedule 1A schools around here because you'd pretty much just be playing the county schools over and over and over again.
Right.
So.
Yeah, as I say, the competition's got to help.
Yep.
I think that's what Rochester does in football. They just play all those big schools and get in 4A and roll through
Right.
it.
It's just easy when you get to the tournament time, and that's when it comes down to it. When it's all said and done, that's the most important part of the season is the tournament. You know, that's where
everybody gets in.
Right. Yeah. And your record could be 8-8, you know, or whatever it is. But at that point, you know, at the end of the year, what you want is the trophies. So.
Need to be peaking right then.
And we were.
That's right. That's when you want to play your best ball at the end of the season.
Now, you're also a golf pro. Is that correct?
I don't consider myself a pro. I play as much as a pro probably does.
Yeah, no, you play a lot.
I haven't got there to the pro status yet. Yeah, well, it's because I work a lot this time of year.
You got a pretty good job up there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do, but work a lot of hours.
Well, Coach, we're going to give the mic to the kids back here. We'll have them say their name, number, position, any favorite moments, any other sports you play, and then if you want, you can tell a little bit about it each. Like we told Josh earlier, if you don't have anything good to say about him, just make something up.
Okay,
so
I can do that.
Might be starting right off the bat here with that. And you give a shout out to anybody you'd like to, too. You know, girlfriend, whatever you got going out there.
My name is Dylan Singleton. I'm in 6th grade. I play the guard. And my favorite memory was when we beat Calvary in the regional championship.
Okay.
Yeah, Dylan is a 6th grader, but he starts on our 8th grade team. He's actually probably our second leading scorer. So as far as the county goes, or as far as actually any team I've played against, seen, whatever, Dylan is by far the most talented of any of that age group.
His mom was a good athlete.
Yeah, well, I think his dad was too. So
not sure about that.
Yeah.
And then his brother just took the mic from him and told him, "Get out of here! It's my turn."
Yeah,
It's over with.
You're a 6th grader. Give me the mic. I'm
the model.
All right, who do we have here?
Josh Singleton. I was number 4. My position was point guard, and my favorite memory is probably being WLB in the county championship. And I'd like to give a shout out to my mom.
All right. See,
Mom.
that's what we like. He gave you a shout.
And Drew's been our starting point guard throughout since basically he was in 6th grade as well. So he kind of makes the offense run. He brings the ball up the court, plays defense, the point on defense. So he's that prototypical Lincoln point guard that Coach Al loves to have. So run the team and play hard on defense. So
Brayton Brown, number 11. I play guard, and my favorite memory was probably beating Calvary in the regional championship.
And hey, hold on. You got a new addition to the family?
Oh yeah, new sister.
You gonna give her a shout out or anything?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Braley.
How many diapers have you changed?
None.
None?
Nope.
Come on, jump in, get involved.
Hey, Fitz, is it cold out here?
it's a little chilly.
Mom needs some help.
He's going.
Brayton is our leading scorer, so we don't keep records at Carroll, but as far as points scored in the season go, Brayton would probably have to be right up there. He averaged right around 20 points a game.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 3-point shooter. So he's also Drew and Brayton. They both have been playing since they were in 6th grade, starting for us. So, yep.
Nice job.
I'm Peyton Batley, number 35. I'm a power forward, and my favorite moment was when we won regionals. And I'll give a shout out to my dad over there. No orange hat.
He's not even paying attention to you.
He can't hear you, but he was a power forward. Look at him.
Yeah, Peyton moved in, actually came to Carroll this year. It was his first year at Carroll, so he was at West Lincoln before that. He was one of those guys that you could sit him in the middle, and he's a great passer of the ball, a great rebounder. So he's another one, you know, when you got a team that's pressing you hard or something like that, he just takes a lot of pressure off of you by being that outlet man. So.
My name's Jaden Graham. I'm in 7th grade. I'm a guard, number 10. And my favorite moment is beating WLB in the county championship.
All like beating WLB, don't they?
And
you know, they're getting some kudos today. I mean, they must have a pretty solid team too, because
they do.
You know, they're right in it.
Yep.
They're going to put something together and come on this radio show.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They're going to call.
Yeah.
Have they called yet, Jim?
Jaden was a 7th grader that filled in admirably whenever any of our 8th grade guards got in foul trouble or anything like that. He's one that he's been playing since he was in the 5th grade, and one of my favorite pictures I've ever seen was when he was in 5th grade and we had some foul trouble in the 8th grade and he had to come into a game, and he was, you know, a 5th grader, real small, and he got the messing around with a kid that was he was taller than me, probably 6'5" in the 8th grade, and we've got a picture of him with his elbow in his gut there. So that's one of my favorite pictures I've ever seen.
My name's Alec Wibben. I'm number 25. I play center. And my favorite moment was when we beat WLB to go to the regional championship.
Give a shout out to anybody.
And Alec,
keep
like
moving
I said,
over here. We want to see. Keep your pretty faces on camera. Come on, keep moving in here.
Alec, like I said, he missed a large majority of the season with his separated shoulder, but he's one that, as far as progression goes from 6th to 8th grade, I've been with these kids for, this is my whole 3 years. It's been their 3 years, and he's, in 6th grade you could see that he was an athlete, and that was about it. And he's just come a long ways as far as a basketball player goes. So.
My name is Justin Nguyen, number 5. I play guard, and my favorite moment was when we beat Calvary in regionals.
All right, shout out to anybody?
No.
No.
Justin's an 8th grader that this was the first year we got to have him, so he helped out a little bit as manager last year, but decided to go ahead and play basketball this year, so we were glad to have him. He's one of the quickest guys on the court, and plays real good defense too. So
good.
My name's Mark Mox, and I'm number 15. I played a center, and I think my favorite moment was when we beat WLB in county.
WLB again. You like beating those guys, huh?
Yeah.
I wondered if you were that tall or if it was the boots, but maybe you're that tall. Is he pretty tall?
He's a tall kid. Yeah. Mark is one that
the size of his feet.
Yeah. Well, he keeps growing too. But Mark, he's come a long way as well. He as tall as he is, he can get in there and play any position on the floor. So one of my memories of him this year was actually in that Lady of Lords game there. He was a big reason why we did make that big 9-point comeback in the 4th quarter. He got in there and got a couple steals, a couple rebounds, and when Denver was hurt, we had to bring him into service, and he did a great job in that game. So
height in that Mox, man.
Yeah.
My name's Denver Hofert. I'm number 42. I'm starting center. And I'd have to say my favorite moment again would be beating West Lincoln for the regional championship.
Picking on those guys. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
And Denver, he's another one. He's been a starter.
Denver, you giving a shout out? Don't walk away yet.
Shout out to my dad.
There you go. Look at him. Male model he is. Look at that face.
Denver's been a starter since 6th grade as well, and I think one thing, Joe, you'll like to hear about him is he was actually spent a week down in Texas this over Christmas break at a big time football camp, and
yeah, he's a good football player. I watched
turned a lot of heads down there, and I've heard a lot of people were very impressed with him even down at that national level. So
his dad was a pretty good football player. Look at him over there. Well, you're well coached. Yeah.
You coached him?
Long time ago. Wow. I'm in my late 30s. Jeez. Relax. It's a long time ago. 12, man. 15 years ago.
I mean, teammates, yeah, but coaching?
Yeah. Long time. Look how young he looks. What are you, 21? Yeah. It's a long time ago.
I know. Wow.
What song are you guys going to sing?
Mission Mart.
Mission Mart. Oh, Mission Mart. Oh, Mission Mart.
That's not even close. So you guys,
pretty good.
All you 8th graders, you plan on playing next year at the high school? Yep. Yeah. And now, Coach, you being good friends with Greg, do you guys ever sit around and kind of, X and O's? And
oh, yeah. I'll tell you one thing as far as when it came to tournament time and I started getting a little bit of the nerves in my stomach, and he was the one that I went to before each game, and I told him what I saw from those teams and how he would go about attacking that, and he's a great asset to have for an 8th grade coach to be able to have somebody like that. I mean, I went into those games with more confidence because he told me what he would do in that situation, and I was able to relay that on to the kids.
And that's they come to me when they were nervous.
Yeah, and
Coach Al and Greg.
That's what they told me.
And I would tell them.
They said if there's
we're
ever
going to go to a commercial break.
They said if there's ever a question we can't answer, here's Scott's number.
Scott. Well, you have my number.
Yeah, I do have your number.
You never did use it.
Yeah, no. So they were able to answer all my questions.
It's got that one thing on the phone that says "Do not answer."
Yeah, call block.
Yeah.
But Coach, thanks for coming in with us this morning.
I appreciate it.
And it sounds like you got some good talent coming up, some young kids.
Yep.
So just kind of keep filtering them through.
Yep.
It's pretty exciting when you've got 2 teams out of Lincoln, because how many junior highs do we have? About 15
of them.
But it's pretty exciting when two teams can make it that far because they all filter to the same high school, and you just keep producing that talent. And it all starts with the coaching, and it seems like these programs have really turned around when you took over. Komnick took over. You got to have that dedication and obviously knowledge of the game. So we thank you guys for what you do. And
cold he is. Huh? Look how cold he is.
I know.
It's chilly. I should have wore a bigger coat.
You thought you were a little tougher than that.
Well, it is March. I thought we'd be inside.
This guy's got shorts and stuff on back here.
Well, guys, thanks for coming in. 8th graders, we'll be following you guys next year in high school. And you younger kids, keep on doing what you're doing. And we'll have you back on next year when you have that big trophy in hand, all right?
Yep.
All right, that's
nice job, guys.
Coach Andy Fitzpatrick and your Carroll Catholic 8th graders. We'll be back. I can't even talk. I'm so cold. Man, my lips are froze. Stay tuned. We're at the Mission Mart, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM.
We are back.
We are back, and we are at the Mission Mart. At Mission Mart, at Home Sweet Home Ministries. They love there, and that doesn't even make any sense. And they want to share the love with everyone during March. So all throughout the month of March, when you bring a new friend to Mission Mart at Home Sweet Home Ministries, you'll be entered for a chance to win a $50 gift card, plus your new friend will receive 25% off their purchases that day. So come one, come all to Mission Mart at Home Sweet Home Ministries and bring a new friend. If you have any friends.
Yeah.
If not, pick a stranger off the street.
There you go.
With everyday low prices, you always find a deal that can't be beat. And don't forget, jeans start at just $2.99. And you can always find a great deal. For more information on everything a Mission Mart at Home Sweet Home Ministries has to offer, stop by a beautiful new showroom located at 119 North Sangamon Street, or go online to missionmart.org and become a fan on Facebook. Phone 732-8806. Open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 8.
Mission Mart.
Good morning, Jake. Jake, the furniture man.
Oh, real quick, if anybody wants to check out the YouTube video of this show, they might get some in between commercial breaks.
Yeah.
A little extra going on there. So might be something worth tuning in for.
And Joe's back.
And Jake, thanks for joining us. Jake, the furniture guy.
Hey.
We got the crew back.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Doing good. Baseball season getting ready to fire up.
Oh, yeah.
Preseason right now, but guys, something kind of hot off the press right now is how about all these NFL moves?
Ooh.
Is that crazy or what?
A lot of moves.
A lot of big names,
big name moves. You got DeMarco Murray going to the Eagles as well as Ryan Matthews.
How's that a kick right there?
Wow, that's just a slap in Cowboys' face right there. All you Cowboys fans.
But you hear that Adrian Peterson is demanding a trade to the Cowboys.
Well, would you do that if
I'm the Minnesota Vikings?
I don't do it. No.
Nope.
Make him suffer.
I trade him anywhere but where he wants to go.
Unless you're getting, I don't know, I guess unless you're getting a lot back, You
ain't going to get nothing. You get, what, on the high end, you get a second rounder.
Yeah.
I'd say on the high end, even for Adrian Peterson.
It would have to be.
You can't get anything for trades in the NFL, can you? I mean, over the years, even with the best players, you don't see anything coming back unless it's another high-priced salary coming back to you.
Yeah.
I mean, usually if you're talking about draft picks, it's usually, high end's a third rounder.
I don't know. I think a lot of those guys are busts, those ones and twos. Not all of them, don't get me wrong. Yeah. You're taking your best athlete, and those guys think they're doing the best job. But, boy, a lot of those middle-round guys are the ones that stick around a while.
Oh, yeah.
And the trade that I really haven't figured out yet, Nick Foles for Bradford.
Wow. Yeah, and with the Eagles taking on all the cap money too. They didn't. I mean, no money went back the other direction. So
I don't understand what they're thinking there. What's the logic?
The only thing I could think of is maybe he's using Bradford as another trade chip, trying to move up to try to get his man Mariota
to Washington.
But they're saying they don't want Mariota.
Oh, he wants Mariota.
He wants. Yeah.
There's not too many teams in the NFL that doesn't want Mariota.
You know what? And I don't see it. I want to like Mariota. Boy, what he stands for and everything he's done is awesome, 100%. when I watch him play. At times he does things with his legs, but I really don't think. And that can all change.
There that goes.
He might be a.
There goes the camera.
There goes the camera, man.
That might be
just falling apart.
Somebody catch Lloyd. Oh, the fence got him. He's all right.
He's so light that he blew right over there towards the fence.
The short sleeves.
Yeah, thank you. Hey,
and we're back.
I don't know that Bradford could help anyone. And the funny thing too was that he's getting. Who's getting? How did that structure work? Because I'm not going to say correctly, but
I don't know.
He is going to get. The Rams are going to get some type of kickback based on his snaps that he takes. That's funny stuff.
There is a snap incentive.
Yeah, a snap incentive. That's how brittle he is.
I know.
And you want him on your team?
That's why I said I don't understand it.
Now there's a guy. I got to throw a guy's name out there right now because he's mad a little bit sitting at home, and I'm mad a little bit sitting here. But we had the guy bring in the donuts, Carson Komnick, and I think he was a ball boy this year. And
that wasn't Carson.
Well, Carson didn't get shout out.
He's home. Sick.
Oh, well then we got to give you a shout out because I had him mixed up. I thought he was mad because we didn't let him talk on the radio.
No, that wasn't Carson.
I got you mixed up. You're right. Hey Carson, you listen now because we're giving you a shout out.
Yeah, and your brother ate about 8 donuts.
Yeah, your brother ate 8 donuts, and I didn't get one. And I don't know if you've seen me, but I need a donut.
He definitely needs a donut.
Everybody's gone. Now we're back.
I had it mixed up.
Gone. Everybody just left. All right, come on the air and just leave.
That message. Okay, let's back to the NFL.
Yeah.
What do you think of DeMarco? What do you think of that?
I think I think Philadelphia is going to be pretty good, but I just don't understand the quarterback.
I don't know their quarterback situation. I don't think Sam Bradford can last the whole season.
And they're
no.
I mean, so what are they going to do right now? What do they have?
They don't, and their receivers aren't really. I mean, they're not really.
I thought Foles had a nice year last year. I mean,
yeah.
So we'll see.
Foles is a good quarterback.
Didn't they lose their top receiver too?
Well, they lost Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Now I think Macklin.
They're talking about
Macklin. I'm talking about Macklin.
Yeah,
Macklin went to the Chiefs, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he did sign. I got all confused watching how many guys were going.
I mean, it's crazy.
Nonstop.
And then the Bears, you Bears fans, they went out and got a safety.
They got a safety, a linebacker,
a good linebacker,
a good wide receiver,
decent wide receiver.
I mean, a burner.
And then it all comes back to that knife company. Is it Cutco? No, it's Cutler.
Well, there you go.
Cutler.
That's going to hurt you.
That's going to hurt us, but it's not going to hurt us as bad as Arizona's backup did.
Oh, well.
You know what? America's team was hurt last year.
He did set a record for the least amount of yards in a playoff game.
Well, how wouldn't he?
Guys,
where they grab that guy and put him in a game like that?
Cutler throws more yards in an interception than that guy does a whole game.
Well, I've never defended our backup quarterbacks. We are America's team, and we did have a chance
you guys are
win a Super Bowl.
You guys are going to have a tough year next year.
Yeah.
Seattle's going to be tough. Seattle may be the best team in football.
How about Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy Graham crackers.
I mean, now they have a legitimate. You could throw it inside. He throws that pattern in the Super Bowl to Jimmy Graham. Guess who just won the Super Bowl?
Yep. Now, how about when he gives him that little rolls back, takes a little pressure, rolls outside, and then gives you that fake. I think I might take off running, and then step up, and then dumps it to Jimmy
Graham.
Yeah, they're going to be.
Now, how is Seattle pulling that off? Because they're going to have to pay Wilson this year, and he's up. Right?
After this
year, he gets big money.
Yeah. He's going to get paid.
He's going to get paid.
And I guess Jimmy Graham, maybe he's just going to be there 1 year. I don't know.
But I think they're just going to come back. That's all the NFL is 1 year. Let's try to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you win a Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. You can go. You can be bad for 6 more years. If you win one, you're good.
Yeah.
The coach may not be.
I mean, it's not like the Cubs where you don't have to ever win.
Don't even go there. Why? We're not even talking baseball.
Oh, right I thought you were talking about losing teams. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up here. I got a lot of things going on. The paper, the phone, the headset,
dementia,
Lloyd
the wind
against the fence.
Lloyd. I got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm worried about him. It looks like he got impaled.
Does he have a bunny on the back of his phone? I'm a little embarrassed for him.
What?
Hey,
that's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it's not just a bunny.
Put that in your pocket.
Put that in you can't. You can't tweet that.
Tell you what.
Any other NFL news we need to discuss? If not,
I'm kind of curious about the Bears signing of their linebacker. Was it McPhee?
Yeah.
That's a pretty bold signing for such a large amount of money for a guy that was a backup. He wasn't a starter.
Is it that tough to play quarterback in the NFL?
Quarterback?
Yeah. I'm asking you guys.
I've never done
No.
it.
I just wondered.
I'm going to say no.
Can't be too hard.
There's not very many good ones.
I'm about 5'6" on shoebox, and I'm pretty sure I could do it.
I mean, you're agile. We've seen that.
I go in the shotgun and just.
I'd take one step. I'd drop to the ground because my back was hurt.
Well, guys, let's switch gears here.
Let's switch gears. I got to give a shout out there to Garrett Isles. He advanced last night.
That's where I was wanting to go there.
Oh, I was going to say, before I forget, I looked at that time. I was like,
Garrett advanced to state last night.
Was there a motivational speech prior to him going out and shooting?
Or instruction? Or
his dad could always hit from the outside in the paint, but really I'm the guy that brings that shot from the corner.
Bringing it.
The three from the corner, that really comes from me.
So that came into play last night.
I think Donnie's commented on that before.
Yeah, he did last night because I brought it up to him.
That you like being in the corner.
I hit from the corner. Donnie was more out front in the paint. I think I brought that to the field.
Yeah, you did.
But anyway, Thursday night they get over. I think that's there are 32 guys left. Your son was in it last year?
Bryson went last year. There's 32 guys. They go Thursday night. They'll have a big picture session, and then just nothing but shooting threes forever. All those kids in there. But yeah, it's pretty neat.
And what's her name did win the game last night?
Muhammad
did upset
beat Lanphier by like 1 point.
Oh, was that close?
Yeah.
I didn't
So Central State 8's done. Is everybody
Central
up?
State 8 is done.
I was surprised when Lanphier over Chatham, to be honest.
The last I looked, Althoff was beating.
Althoff won.
Okay, so it's going to be Muhammad and Althoff. That's going to be a good game.
That'll be a good game. Tuesday night.
Tuesday night at Springfield. Man, that was fun last year. I wish we could do it again.
Yeah. When you win, things are fun.
Yeah,
oh man,
you know what I mean?
Blast. But
when you're good on the radio, people will listen.
I'm telling you what.
Last year, scatter when they're done.
Last year, you go chasing people down, trying to find T-shirts, getting them out of the back end of a car at a gas station.
Still handing them out.
There's still some in the trunk of my car, I think.
Oh boy. A big weekend of basketball, fellas.
Oh yeah.
March Madness is here.
Oh, my poor Illini.
Yeah, you're poor.
Oh my gosh,
horrible. Thanks for showing up.
I think scholarship players should be held accountable as the coach is for poor seasons, and there should be a meeting, and they can just take him away. See, you three were horrible. Go somewhere else. You're no longer here. I don't know. How can you be so bad?
How can it be so windy?
I'll tell you what.
You can't see this on camera because we got but Scott's legs are purple.
I'm freezing.
Tough guy, and the papers are blowing everywhere. It's a wind tunnel. Jim's staring at the clock. He's wanted off. We're going to shut her down a minute early. Good day.
Good day.
We can't move. We're froze. But the seeds come out tomorrow. The brackets tomorrow. Bracketology. Kind of going through here, looking like some of the number one seeds. Obviously, Kentucky's getting the number one seed. Villanova, Duke, who just lost to Notre Dame last night.
Oh, another pain train.
And Virginia going to round out this is just all projected.
Yeah.
But that's usually they're pretty right on the money for the number one and even number two seeds. It's like Wisconsin, Arizona, Kansas, Gonzaga, number twos. But
it's even getting windier.
Yeah.
Here comes a train. Holy cow. The Mission Mart, Mission Smart, shop the Mission Mart way.
Hey, that train's not stopping. I think he missed his stop.
They had our guests on there.
Holy cow.
Whoa. He's going to have to put that thing in reverse. You got passengers to pick up.
They're running after him like they're going to catch him.
You know, that did happen one day. We were putting Austin on the train to go back to Carlinville because it was really bad weather. And the train stopped all the way down there. These guys had to track through the snow to get to the train. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, Duke loses last night. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, I did.
Did I miss that?
Yeah. To Notre Dame. Notre Dame's good.
Yeah, Notre Dame's tough.
They can shoot the ball and defend.
And rebound.
You do those three things.
What else you got?
And if you got more points at the end of the night, you're going to be good.
That's right.
You might do okay.
So,
yeah.
But I don't know any other. There's a lot of bubble teams right now. A lot of things are going to pan out the next. Today anyway. Even going in tomorrow. There's people on the bubble there right now that their bubble will be popped.
Well played.
Hey, hold on a second.
Awesome.
Let's kind of go back through that. There's a lot of people on the bubble today,
and their bubble
will be popped.
Yeah, because there's going to be teams that win.
Well, there's going to be some floaters. You're going to have some bubbles that are floating.
Yeah, they're floating. They're going to float away.
They'll get blown away today.
Yeah, they're with their dreams.
That was
of making to the tournament.
Pretty funny stuff. You're like a scientist,
like Lloyd in the wind tunnel.
Yeah,
only different.
Yeah, he almost had to buy a new camera. He about took that camera with him.
He's got to be cold in the tee. Let's just make him stand there.
It's bear weather right now.
Let's go to 11 today, Jim.
Jim's tapping the numbers.
It's cold. Look at
the time.
His hands frozen to it.
Frozen to the time clock.
Oh, Jim, we gotta have rules and regulations on degrees.
This is not the coldest show I've been a part of.
No, me either.
That one at the
Mount Pulaski.
Oh, that was cold. That was brutal.
Yeah, I about quit.
What was that? That was like there was a petting zoo there that day. Was there a reindeer? There was a reindeer there too. Yeah,
and donkeys.
I mean, the craziest dang thing I've ever seen.
Lloyd, they can hear you.
Wow.
Yeah, Lloyd.
Loin.
Well, guys, I think the cold has gotten to us.
I'm pretty sure most every listener has turned us off.
Yeah,
so
they're done.
Yeah.
Good sports.
We had the
good sports knowledge, guys.
Yeah.
Well done. Way to drop it.
Once again, I'd like to thank Coach Komnick for bringing the Chester East Panthers in today, and Coach Fitz for bringing Carroll Catholic in. It's been their season's been over for quite some time there, guest getter. We just haven't been able to line things up, but thanks to them for coming in. Got any good sales today? Furniture?
Yes.
That you can't pass up?
There's
sales.
You stop in and I'm making deals.
Holy cow.
It's
a good day to buy.
Good day to buy some furniture.
Buy some furniture.
I'm telling you.
Where are we at next week? Or are they
Polar Plunge, Knights of Columbus.
Oh, we're at Knights of Columbus. Yeah.
Polar Plunge, and we'll be in shorts.
We don't have the Polar Plunge, do we?
No, we're not.
Jim is. Jim and Lloyd.
Should we put a
Loin?
All right, so we're going to be at the Knights of Columbus next week for the annual Polar Plunge. Maybe we'll get Joe to do it.
Probably not.
Probably not. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
That's
I'm out.
Craziness. But it is for a good cause.
Absolutely.
So get on out there and support those plungers.
If you will.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Put an end to this. Jim's freezing over here.
I'm trying to.
Give us a cue.
I can't think. All right, that's going to do it for us on the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM.
Good day.